Welcome to the Playworks Portfolio. If you've made it this far, then congratulations are in order. You're about ready to earn the certificate for Arts and Humanities in Games. So congratulations. So let's get a few things out of the way, just your normal everyday introduction to a course. And let's take a look at the syllabus. On the syllabus, you can see that the location is online and that there's going to be some HP sessions on Zoom. We're going to meet 7 times. And I'd like to meet with everyone together. And I'm hoping that everyone will be available on Friday afternoon because that works really well in my schedule. But I will send out an email and we will come up with a time that works for everyone. So I have my hopes up that we will do Friday afternoons. Now, there are only 7 of these, so it's not every week. It turns up about like every other week, but it's not perfect. It doesn't fit into that perfectly. But we'll talk about it. The official way to get a hold of me is email, and you're all aware of that. My office hours are on Tuesdays from 12 to 1, and we can make an appointment on Zoom, or we can do an in-person appointment if you want to as well. I should be in my office, which is located at Fab N201A. That's on the West Campus. But I kind of expect we might be meeting on Zoom anyways. Okay, so this is a portfolio and career planning course. I put my heart and soul into it. I really want you to have the life skills to begin your career, to understand all the different pieces and parts of the things that you will be managing as you push forward beyond the university. Okay, so everything that I've designed for you to do is to get you ready for that. Okay, and so you should have an online or a physical portfolio. It will probably be online because everything's online these days. You will need to have authored a resume, a cover letter, a biography, and an artist statement or a mission statement, depending if you're going to go more commercial or more fine art. It's up to you. You'll have devised your own career plan and have implemented the very first step. I want to make sure that you can actually not just theoretically know what to do, but actually know what to do. And by actually taking the first step, you will have demonstrated that knowledge. I want you to be familiar with the legal paperwork. So I have a whole assignment or set of assignments that shows you how to set up your business, what's tax deductible, all the practical stuff. And you should have submitted your work to at least like one publisher or exhibition venue or a job or a freelance opportunity, something that gets you going. And then the last thing I would like you to learn is how to start the online marketing of your work. Okay, everyone needs recognizable branding these days. If you're a freelancer, you want people to be able to find you for your specialty. If you're a game designer, you want them to recognize your strengths. If you're a narrative designer or if you're more of a gameplay designer, I mean, there are a lot of nuanced choices, and you will specialize. And so it's important that your branding reflects that specialization. So the basic course outline is there are 7 modules. And in those 7 modules, you will be the first one is about identifying professionalism in Playworks. The second is about placing your work in the world. The third one is about your resume and cover letter and your online presence. The fourth is about entrepreneurship. You know, what are the legal documents and things like that. The fifth is your career plan and how are you going to implement that. and how are you going to do online marketing for yourself. Um, the sixth one is all about a work ethic, about how you become committed to your process and how that process includes the marketing of your work. And then the last is all about emerging as that Playworks professional. And so, yeah, that's basically what the 7 modules are all about. There are 7 save points. Sorry, not 8. I don't know why there's 8 there. So, attendance is crucial. So I count it in health points. That's our discussion points where we will go over what it is you've learned and how that can be more solidified in your head, and to really fill that toolbox of how do I emerge from the university to the world? How does that happen? This, you've seen this before. This is the same scale I always use. So 1,500 points, and to get an A plus, it's 1,455. I have some recommended course texts. You don't have to buy any of these. Um, it's they're nice to have. They just really are. The Game Dev Business Handbook, if you're going to go be an independent game developer, that's really critical. You need that. And it's only really available as a Kindle at this point. The physical copy is very difficult to get now. Real Artists Don't Starve. Some of it is helpful. If some of it is helpful, some of it is misleading, and I talk about that in the course. Again, you don't have to buy it. I've scanned the parts that I think are really helpful. The art rules, that one, if you're going to go into the fine art world, it's a really great handbook. It's wonderful. Everything that's in it is wonderful, especially if you're going to, if your goal is to be a gallery artist, then it's perfect. Yeah, you need this if that's your goal. Okay. The rest of this is kind of your boilerplate that you've seen on every single syllabus that you've ever seen: academic integrity and copyright, the student conduct and threatening behavior, Title IX, what to do in sexual discrimination and that sort of thing. Uh, I One thing I think that's really important is at ASU, we don't withdraw students from a course. You'd have to do it yourself. Um, the For people with disabilities like myself, we can get accommodations, and it's important that you go through the process to support um, and request the accommodations that you need to support your education. So I have a lot of information on that. Student services, academic calendar, and as always, all syllabi are subject to change. So this is meant to be um, kind of overview of what you're going to see in this course, but I may change something. I haven't in this course in a long time because it's pretty solid as far as the content, but it could happen. So that's a little disclaimer. Okay, so that's what the syllabus looks like. Um, I want to click into the modules for a moment. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back. The home. I'm gonna grade on Fridays. Okay, so everything will be due on Thursdays at midnight. Okay. Uh, we don't have Veterans Day. We do have Veterans Day. I think it's November 11th. And actually, I think I fixed that so it doesn't fall. I need to edit this. Anyways, everything is Thursday at midnight. You see that? Oh, you can see for the HPs, because I'm expecting to meet on Friday, then I put the due date on Friday. But there's nothing for you to actually turn in for the HP. You have to show up and talk to me. Um, oh, made a mistake here. This needs to be September 8th. So I will fix that. Um, it, you can see that I've been pretty consistent. Oh, wait a minute. Those are what things I took out for the student view. So Thursday, Friday for the HP. Again, Thursday, Friday for the HP. So everything is due on Thursdays. Fridays, um, that's when we're probably going to meet for discussion. And there are 7 of those. There we go. Yeah. And so the things that you were looking at were old assignments that are no longer being used. I took them out of the course. Okay. So I just want to clarify that. All right, so modules. In the modules, you can see that I've designated how many points you're going to be earning for each one of the save points, how much work it is, and how much leftover time you have for personal reflection. Remember, it's 135 hours of work for every 3 credit hour course. And so I have mapped it out. Everything's available, I think, for free. The one exception for Save Point 1 is this assignment, which is locked until semester starts. It's a movie. I own it. I own that movie, and we can make an appointment for you to watch it with me. We can do a watch party or something like that. And so that's the one thing you may not have access to for this first save point. Everything else is available. So you can see I'm asking you to look at all the different markets and then choose a market for save point 1. Okay. Save point 2, we revisit the premise, purpose, and theme in the mystery box. We've done that several times by now. I'm really asking you to really solidify it for yourself at this point. Because you're about ready to graduate, so you really need to be very, very self-aware. And so I'm also asking you to deal with your inner naysayer during Save Point 2. We all have that little voice that says, you know, this, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. You've got to put that to rest because you're about ready to go out in the world. You start setting yourself up in business in Save Point 2 or knowing what you need to do. Save Point 3 is about product development. That product can be an article that you're working on if you're a scholar. It can be a game. It can be a game design. It can be a work of art. It just depends on what your career goal is. And so you'll need to have your own personal way of approaching product development and then building that brand, putting it out there, really starting to understand what your focus is, what your niche market looks like, and what are the other people in your same niche doing, and what are they talking about? You discover that. So these are all assignments that help you understand what to actually do to do your own market research. And of course, we'll have a discussion. Save point 4, what's your actionable plan? Um, and how you're going to submit your work. Okay. Um, it's not spring break. We'll have a fall break, but not a spring break. And then how do you, after you submit your work, there's like a void that is created after you submit your work. How do you then kind of get over that and keep going? There's a cycle that you're entering into. And I want you to be able to really experience that cycle And then in save point 5, you'll grow your audience some more. You'll build your content strategy some more. You'll submit your work again, and you will fill that void again. So again, you've done the cycle a second time. Okay. And then in save point 6, you'll do that a third time. You'll grow your audience, you'll keep your content strategy going, you'll build your brand some more, and you'll submit your work a third time, and you'll fill the void a third time. So by save point 6, you have gone through the cycle of what the work, what the job is that you're creating for yourself. To be a creator of some kind, a game designer, a artist, a freelance, uh, a professional of some kind, or if you're going to be a scholar. This cycle is the same for all creative professionals. So you will make your work, you will market it, you will put it out there. There will be a void that you'll need to step into and fill up again and go through that cycle again. And you will do this over and over and over again in your life. That is the life of an artist, an entrepreneur, a game designer, and a scholar. That is the life. So at the very end, I give you a launching pad, and you will make an actual plan with actual dates of what you're going to do after you have walked across the stage and collected your credential, your bachelor's degree, and your certificate in Arts and Humanities and Games, and what you're going to be doing. And then we'll talk one last time, and we will all cry because you're graduating. And um yeah, and you're off into life beyond the university. So it's a pretty exciting time for you. And this course is designed to help you launch into that life with a lot of confidence. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So looking forward to seeing you all soon.